Doug Brown, 1st Army Division, 18th Regiment, up that hill right there on D-Day in the 2nd wave. Yeah. 3 Purple Hearts, so he got wounded 3 times. And he stayed in the war from here all the way to Germany, all the way to Czechoslovakia. Oh, so he did the whole thing. There you go. His home is West Virginia.
With him.
He was in the same unit as my father-in-law.
Yeah.
And my father-in-law basically went up here and donc mon beau-père était dans la même compagnie que M. Brown. Marchait à côté d'un char qui a frappé une mine. Donc le char a explosé et mon beau-père est devenu aveugle complètement, les deux yeux.
Fin juillet 44, lors du départ de l'opération Cobra.
Pour 65 ans, il était complètement aveugle, mais il s'est marié après la guerre et il avait 8 enfants et je me suis marié à la 3e vie. et il est venu ici plusieurs fois avec moi pour apprendre l'histoire, mais il ne pouvait pas voir les choses. Donc mais j'ai convaincu M. Brown de venir avec moi pour voir toutes les choses. Et Michel, il va prendre des photos, des vidéos pour la postérité. So I said, you're coming over here to be my eyes. Grandpa Shumway didn't have them to show us, and then we're going to make a video for my family and for your family. So there we go.
You spoke of Belgium?
Ouais.
Yeah.
C'est à Liège ou c'est à Bruxelles?
Is that Liège?
Ah, la fleur de lys peut-être?
Non, il est Mannequin Peace.
C'est Bruxelles.
That was me.
C'est ça. C'est où? C'est à Liège ou
C'est à Bruxelles.
à Bruxelles? That's in Brussels. Brussels. Quand il est rentré aux États-Unis, il se joint au travail de son père, qui était croque-mort. Pour 50 ans, il dit que il couvert des bêtises des médecins.
Ah, ok. Et il reconnaît encore le paysage ici?
Do you recognize the country?
Not really. Too many years.
Il y a trop longtemps.
It's built up, changed.
En 44, il n'y avait pas de...
Il y a pas d'air.
Pas d'air, pas d'arbre.
Too much overgrowth here. And of course the tide was in,
Right?
so we weren't so off the bar.
Well, see, I think you came in farther up here.
Yeah, I do too.
Now, I also understand that some of the geography, some of the topography has changed over the years because they've done certain things to try to minimize erosion. So it's not quite the same.
As I remember, we weren't too far from that cliff.
Right.
And I suppose we were supposed to come in and trying to back up those guys because the engineers had been there doing their job. And I told you, first person I saw was a major laying there in the water.
And how did you know he was a major?
I saw his insignia or whatever. Of course, they had this white stripe horizontally on their helmet. We didn't have that.
Oh, on the back?
Yeah.
Was it just one white stripe?
Big stripe.
And that was for every officer?
All the officers.
So you see lots of pictures where there was a little ridge like this and there was a lot of rocks and people were hiding, the American soldiers were cover here.
It's too much sand here.
Too sandy. So when he came in, the tide was très haut. La marée était
haute.
Était haute. Oui. They're waving to you. Il était là le D-Day.
Now, looks like there were houses up there.
Yep.
You see, part of the guys landed, some of them that I've been with, but I said, this is not the place. It was slope, you know. But this is not the place.
So here's what I think. I think that you landed somewhere between here on the left. So here's what I think. The 1st Army, or the 18th, the Company B, you landed somewhere between here, where that bunker is, and the end of the cemetery, which is down there. So, and that's about half a mile. Somewhere in here, I think you landed, but I think that this small little hill here was not there. I think the water was... The cemetery begins where those
On voit bien le drapeau là.
Well, I think we were near that cemetery.
Right, just keep going.
The only thing I can remember when I got up on the bank, there were crossbones there, mine.
Right. And you walked between those two tapes, right?
Yep. The engineer had checked for mine.
Donc lui quand il est arrivé au galet.
Galet?
Oui, les galets, les pierres. Il est arrivé aux pierres.
So when you got off the boat, there was a bunch of rocks, is that right?
Yes, it was a cliff. It looks to me like it's way up there, this side of the steep cliff. Because the rocks bulged out from the bank. And other than the engineer, there weren't hardly anybody up above. Where we went through the guys 29.
So you figure it was up here? Keep talking.
Yes, where the buildings were. I didn't see any buildings. So I know we were to the right of those buildings, and they brought us down here, drove down, and the guys, and there was a bunker nearby, right? Because they took a picture of me standing there at the gun, and I tried to say something in German.
So when you came on the tour group with the 1st Army, they brought you down here?
Yes, to the above.
And that's where they explained that...
Well, I know one of the guys said he'd gotten hit in the shoulder.
Yep.
I forget. His name is Bob. Pretty sure, but exactly whether he was in the 2nd battalion. Because I didn't know any but the one who brought you all over to meet me. Mills.
Yep.
Yeah. And now you see it would be a little bit like where there's tall trees, but there'd have to be a bunker somewhere.
Je pense que c'est dans ce vallon.
Est-ce qu'il y a comment on dit, le point fort, le bunker, par là?
Le bunker, il est là, hein.
Oui, et où est l'autre?
L'autre,
But I think it's a way down.
il y a celui de Vierville là-bas, celui qui est au bout là-bas,
Mais
le gros du
il
gros.
n'y a rien entre les deux.
Peut-être le Vierville,
Je crois qu'il y a un
Encore un,
bunker à Saint-Laurent.
possible.
Now, right here, this spot to me looks like the kind of things we see in the pictures, where the soldiers came in, there were the rocks, they would take some cover beneath there, but then you had to go again over a second flat area, and then you hit the...
It's not very similar. It was water, and I would say from here to there, till we got to the bank, or
Yep.
maybe a little bit further.
And then from the bank you started heading up.
Well, we climbed the bank and we got up on the plateau, so to speak.
Yep.
I mean, this doesn't.
How are you feeling for walking?
I'm okay. How about you? You ate a lot. I could carry it.
Because what we'll do, if it's okay with you, we'll walk all the way down there and then back.
I could see that cliff down there where the guys went out. So, I would say maybe water came from here up there.
Yep. So the water would have been about here.
That water's here.
Yep.
Just, it was covered here, sloping, just like there. And we got up under that bank and it was 40 feet high maybe.
Okay.
But we were ready to stay there, you know.
Right.
Ready to close.
So the first bank that you got to was maybe 40 feet high.
I would say, with rock.
With rocks, with big rocks. Yeah.
You know, some.
Right.
And of course then when we started, they said stay between the ribbons, white ribbons. But I think, you know, it was kind of messed up that day. And some of the guys, although I remember standing there under that cover, and a couple of the Jeeps with the long mufflers, you know.
Yep.
And tanks trying to get ashore. Those
So they could go
amphibious
underwater.
tanks.
Yep.
I understood there was about 50 fixed and 2 came ashore.
Yeah.
And in my mind, unless it was what somebody had said, I saw 1 or 2 come ashore. Up to our left. Of course, those things were out there,
Those hedgehogs things?
hedgehogs and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. And I guess some bodies maybe wobbling.
You remember lots of artillery still going, lots of noise?
Yes, yeah, and our ships, 8-inch guns were coming across. And of course, I think they were getting the coordinates from the guys that already moved in.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we did the same things.
Well,
Part of the defense.
qu'est-ce que c'est ça? C'est
Part of the
quelque
defense.
sais pas.
sorte de...
Aucune idée. Est-ce que c'est un écoulement d'eau qu'ils ont fait par la suite? Est-ce que c'est un tuyau qui va sortir?
Oui,
Possible.
le Mulberry,
Ah.
le port portable.
Non, il était là-bas le port.
Oui.
Il était là-bas. Le deuxième, il était là-bas.
We don't know what that was. It looks like maybe it's something that could have been built a little later.
Again,
Vous avez été ici, dans la période de la guerre?
yeah, I was here the 6th of June. June, landed on above. We were just trying
So
to
nice to meet you.
pleasure. Good. West Virginia.
Il a débarqué à 1h30 de l'après-midi à D-Day. Juste là. Quelque part.
It's quiet.
Bon,
Thank
parlons.
you, because we are next generation, but you were here. We are now looking now so quiet.
Where are you from?
From Italy.
Italy. Yes, I've met many from Italy.
Quite a few
Yeah,
people.
yeah, of course.